Welcome back to another video, guys, and today we're going to be riding in Brevard, North Carolina. And I will say that the terrain that I'm going to be riding on and what I'm going to be facing here is going to be quite treacherous. I made a video on riding in the ice and on the snow, but today I'm going to be riding in quite a mixture there. We're going to be riding on off-road gravel here. We're going to be riding in some mud, riding while it is snowing, and there are slick, wet mud pathways all through these mountains here in these cabins where I was staying. Now, as you can see, I'm kind of actually doubting whether or not I should do this video actually at this moment, because I realize that this is just purely muddy, and if I fall, I'm going to be just filthy. So I decided though to carry on with the video because I love you guys so much, and I want to show you guys what it's like to ride in an environment like this. Now, I know I'm not the only one to do this, but I will say at my skill level now, I felt a little bit more confident than usual. But if I had done this maybe 3 or 4 months ago, I would have turned back around and went home. And as you can see, I'm not carving or anything like that serious here because, as I mentioned, there were parts that you saw me riding on that were just completely mud, and if I get on the edge of this Vega tire, it will be the end of this video as my recorder would be muddy and I would have to go back home and clean up. But as you can see now, I'm on some pavement here, so I'm picking up speed, but the snow is coming down pretty quickly now and building up. So I'm just trying to get some speed as much as possible. Just a beautiful area to ride in, guys. Definitely worth visiting if you've never been. Now, I will say that my lens started fogging up and there were some water from the snow melting on the lens of the camera. So I will go ahead and apologize in advance. But I decided to still post this video and share this with you guys because it is just an awesome adventure here. As you can see, I'm picking up some crazy speed here and got actually into a little pushback there. So I was braking around 20 miles an hour, as you guys just saw there. But yeah, I just thought I'd share this experience with you guys. Alright, so sit back and relax, and I hope you guys will enjoy this video. And the music that is playing right now is by the artist of Clemens Ruh, called Broken. Now you can see I'm on some pretty wet mud here. I know the lens is pretty covered up, but I realize that it is just going to get really bad, and I have shown enough here, so I'm just going to go ahead and take it on back home. Now there was something that got stuck up in my wheel here, and of course I am not coming off that board. and getting my clothes and shoes and things all muddy. So I just decided to ignore it and let it be until I get back home. Now, I will say that I don't recommend riding in this. This is probably damaging to the board in some form or fashion. As you can see, there are just mud drops and water and rain and slush and gunk all over the bottom of my board here. It is pretty rugged here for your Onewheel. So just be careful and be wary of that. And I am moving here with a little pushback, as you guys can see right there. I'm getting some pull back there, but then I'm gonna lay into it here. As you can see now, I'm laying in and getting more speed back. Again, I do not recommend you guys pushing the speed on the Onewheel XR, or any Onewheel for that matter. Just be mindful of that. If you are going to push the speed, definitely adjust your stance, you know, to a little bit closer to the wheel so that that weight is not all on that front nose. And as you guys can see, I'm on some pushback here, and then I'm going ahead and slowing down now. So I was just cold and I was braced for impact if I fell. At this point, I was pretty snowed up. As you can see, I am freezing. Now whether I'm dirty or clean or not no longer matters to me. It's now more of being comfortable as the snow is building up. Now, as you can see, it is starting to cover the roads, and I was starting to get a little bit afraid there. So we're trying to make it back to the cabin. And there was a little drop there. I thought I wasn't gonna land that properly, and there's this car here on the left as well too. So it's like a lot of things going through my mind in that moment there, and this is on mud and gravel, so a bit more cautious on this portion of the ride here. But again, having high speed, definitely would only recommend this with certain kind of experience. Now this is actually where I lose it here, and you'll see why. I'm trying to go up this steep hill, and I've done it before, but I think I was just so cold that I just couldn't do it. And there I go. So I was pretty disappointed at that. I could have definitely done that, you know, but I think I'm just so uncomfortable and dirty and cold and in pain and a little bit paranoid that I'm going to just get dirty because I'm in like a white jacket. A lot of things are just kind of going through my mind that kind of psyched me out of going up this hill. But definitely doable. Definitely not a hill to take for granted and to take lightly, but it was one that could be covered with the right kind of foot stance and comfortability on the board. So I hope you guys like this video, and again, I will continue to do more of these adventure videos. I'm now coming back up to the cabin and concluding this ride. Definitely consider liking and subscribing. That definitely helps me a ton, and it also encourages me to do more content like this because it shows that you guys like it. Alright, you guys take it easy.